We don't do it for the fame. We don't do it for the money.
We do it because we love the sport, the competition,
and the friendships made.
We are the future of the sport.
We are the future of our sport.
Giving it our all, 60 feet at a time.
The Junior Gold Championships begin now.
Cleveland, Ohio is the host city for the 2017 Junior Gold Championships presented by the Brands of Ebonite. Today we crown a champion in the boys and girls 12 and under division. Now let's meet our finalists.
Now let's meet the athletes competing for the 2017 Junior Gold Championships in the under 12 division. First, in the girls division, from Fremont, Nebraska, Karina Caprone. And from Smithton, Illinois, Lauren Hunter. And in the boys division, from Jackson, New Jersey, Brandon Bone. And from Wilmington, North Carolina, Brylan Grease.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to suburban Cleveland for great junior bowling on CBS Sports Network. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Marshall Holman. And what an opportunity, Marshall, for the bowlers and their families today.
Oh, it is. You know, with over 1,500 young people starting in this Junior Gold tournament, it's down to the U12, 2 boys, 2 girls, with the opportunity to come away with a big championship. This is exciting television. I'm telling you what, if I'm one of those kids, I'm nervous.
Imagine being on TV this young. Now, your first appearance, you were 19 years old. Things didn't go so well. What advice do you have for these young stars today?
Well, I told them yesterday that if they're nervous when they start, they should be. And their opponent is going to be nervous too. My first game on TV, I struck out in the 10th frame for 149. I was embarrassed. I was nervous, but things got better.
Coming up, girls championship match from here in suburban Cleveland. Junior Gold on CBS Sports Network. It's going to be Karina and Lauren head-to-head. Only one will be a national champion. Karina Capron and Lauren Hunter. USA Bowling U12 Girls Championship will get started. 2-game total pinfall championship match.
Very interesting to watch these first couple shots. It's got to be a lot of nerves.
From Smithton, Illinois, Lauren gets us started. This is the pocket.
Yeah, comes in light. She leaves the 1, 2, 4, and the 10. The washout. It's makeable. Ball just never rolled up to the pocket. And disappointing start. But you know, we were talking earlier. This is going to be a game of nerves. It's going to be a game of making the spares. I don't look for high scores between these two young ladies, but maybe it'll surprise us.
Try to cover the washout. Leaves a 10 pin. So a good effort from Lauren. And an early open frame. Karina Capron next up. Just outside Omaha, Fremont, Nebraska.
Both of our young ladies are playing more of an outside trajectory, trying to take advantage of the drier boards towards the outside of the lane, but the lane conditions not conducive to real high scoring, kind of a medium pace. And that is exactly the same shot
Can you believe that?
We just saw
a couple washouts
from Lauren. We'll take another look at this shot. It's just going to be right off her hand. Doesn't get the leverage on the ball in order to hook up the pocket. Comes in just to the left, right of the head pin and the 1, 2, 4, 10 stand. Needs to get the ball to the left side of that head pin, throw it into the 10. Did she do it?
Like that, almost.
Just a little too much.
So a couple of early open frames as we check the BPAA oil pattern here, Marshall.
Okay, we've got a 41-foot oil pattern. You can see that's where the lane oil goes down about that area in there, 41 feet. It's heavier concentration in the front, a little lighter here. The outside's even lighter. So you've got the opportunity to take advantage of some drier lanes to the right to help kick your ball back to the left. But so far we've seen 3 shots thrown by these girls. Every shot has been to the right of the head pin, and it's not quite getting it up there. And sometimes when the lanes are a little bit on the difficult side, your error to the right is because of your fear of going through the nose.
So everything's been light so far. Lauren will be a 7th grader this fall. Karina
And
she's 11 years old. She'll be a 6th grader.
Yeah. We see 3 shots, 3 frames thrown. We have 3 open frames. Would have been nice for Karina to make that spare, settle the nerves a little bit, but she doesn't. I think the only one that looks nervous right now is me. See if we get an adjustment out of Lauren Hunter.
That looks better. That pocket, all 10 down, our first strike.
We'll take a look at Lauren's form. Nice push away. It's a pretty nice backswing above shoulder height. Good knee bend, reaches out. Ball went a little left of her target, but you know, the last shot she left the washout, so this one she made sure it didn't go light. She gets a friendly kick of the 4-pin, and that'll settle your nerves a bit.
Left lane. And a tough split.
Comes up just light in the head pin, and instead of just leaving the 2-pin, she pays the full penalty. It's the 2 and the 10. Watch this ball laboring to get back to the head pin. Makeable. Have to get the ball to the left side of the 2-pin. Slide it into the 10-pin. Overhooks it.
Just misses a little bit. Bit more about junior gold, the championships. Wrapping up here in suburban Cleveland. More than 3,500 entrants from all 50 states. Boys and girls competition, 3 age divisions, $300,000 awarded in scholarships this year.
So far, all of Karina's shots have looked very similar, with the ball not getting up to the head pin. The 1-2-8. This is pretty makeable. She should make this. Can make it one of 2 ways. Hit pretty full on the head pin or just to the left of the head pin. Let the ball get the 2 and the 8. That should settle her down a little bit.
I think so, Marshall. Really good job on the spare for Karina Capron.
I can't even imagine being 12 years old, 11 years old, and bowling on a nationally televised final event. I mean, like, I already talked about my wonderful 149 when I was a 19-year-old professional. So, you know, I had vast experience compared to these young people, but the game goes so fast. Well, we'll take that. She throws a Brooklyn strike, and that's part and parcel because of the balls that are coming in light.
Future for the sport, road to the finals. We'll see how each of our outstanding junior bowlers got to the championship match. Karina and Lauren wins over Jenna and Madison.
Karina shot a nice 432. That's pretty good bowling for 2 games.
And the big 4. Really tough leave for Lauren. Ever make the big 4 on TV?
No, I did not make it on TV. I made it a couple times, bouncing them out of the back, but you know, you just got to try and get the count. We talked about it earlier. This is not going to be a high-scoring match. We're just trying to stay close.
But I think it will be a very competitive match. It's 2-game total pinfall for the U12 Junior Gold Championship here in suburban Cleveland. Lauren's 7th grader to be. Brother Stephen bowled at McKendree. Bowling powerhouse, coached by the O'Keefes. A little light.
A better delivery. Ball hung a little bit light. Another look at Lauren's ball going down the lane. Just doesn't quite pick up the roll early enough. I don't know if she needs to switch to a ball that rolls a little sooner or slower ball speed down, but it said there's some adjustments need to be made. She does make her spare. 2-pin is covered.
$20 games of qualifying. Top 8 bowlers advancing to double elimination match play. Our U12 Division Junior Gold Championship tournament format. 2-game total pinfall matches. That's what we have here in our title match between Karina and Lauren.
That's left off her hand. Another Brooklyn.
High and doesn't cross over for Brooklyn. Leaves a 6-10 instead. As Karina also played softball and volleyball. She told us yesterday at a great meeting with the 2 bowlers and their families. Very good athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, Karina says she'd like to be a pro bowler when she grows up, or maybe an artist. Hang on.
Nice cover.
Well, a very friendly roll of the 6 coming out of the channel, getting the 10-pin. Let's take another look at that. Watch, it's very, very light on the 6-pin. Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't. That was our best shot of the day between the 2. We've had a couple of strikes, but that was just a little bit high in the pocket, but a nice solid 4. Watch this ball holding pocket, not hooking. Just a little bit high. Could have easily tripped out the 4-pin, but that's what the girls are looking for. Put that ball in the 1-3 pocket. Hurry.
Gotta hurry and just missed it. We'll take a break. Girls Championship match, Junior Gold U12. Lauren head-to-head with Karina. 2-game total pinfall. Only a 2-pin spread right now. We move ahead to the 7th frame.
Karina taking a little extra time. Good looking shot.
Just off target. Looking for that 1-3 pocket. She said to us yesterday she'd be very excited and nervous at the same time, and I think those nerves are still a big part of our match here.
Nice look at Karina's form. You could see the ball, it kind of spun off her hand instead of being lifted off her hand. That's why the ball didn't quite get back to the pocket. Hang on there. Good looking shot. Good spare.
How did Karina get this far? Let's see her road to the finals. Jenna Hedgepath, 432, 344. After losing to Jenna earlier. Had to beat her twice to get this far. Great job by Karina to be here in the championship.
Well, in her 3rd match, she won by just 1 pin.
So she's faced some pressure before, avoids the big 4, and the 4-7 stands here for Karina Capron.
The last time Karina had the 4-pin by itself, her timing wasn't good and she threw the ball off the right and never hooked back. So she just needs to get the spares are all about direction, David. They just need to get this ball going toward the 4-pin. You don't need power, just good direction.
Nice cover. Some of that advice that Steven gave Lauren yesterday via text through Brother Tyler. Stay relaxed, breathe, count to 3 before you start on your approach, and then move a few boards to the left, which really helped on the adjustment a lot. Got her the win. Comes in a touch high, avoids a split, 4-pin up.
She's going to be happy with that. That could have easily been the 4-10. She's got a small lead of about 12 pins right now. See the ball creeping in just a bit high. Could have easily been the big 4, but you know, good breaks and bad breaks, they happen in this game, and you have to embrace the good ones. Nicely covered.
Kevin and Kim are here. Nice to meet the families of these outstanding young bowlers. I sat in our meetings and we got some really good info. You have to have the parents there, Marshall.
Yeah.
They can really, get into the story with the kids. Sometimes these youngsters are a bit bashful to talk about themselves.
Oh, absolutely. And very, very much understated. And these parents are every bit as nervous as the kids, maybe even more.
Are they ever?
There's a great shot.
Strike. Lauren Hunter's got all 10 down.
See, Mom and Dad were happy with that. We'll take another look at this ball tracking about over the 11 board. High flush in the pocket. That'll bring a smile to her face.
Kevin and Kim are watching very closely. Kevin was pretty thrilled to meet you yesterday. Couple pictures. Right in the pocket, all 10 down.
There we go. Boy, what a great shot. High flush in the pocket. Let's take a look at the reaction from Karina.
There is none.
I know.
Mom and Dad are happy, but
How do you,
I mean, nothing.
I could take cool lessons from her. For the double. And she gets it.
And goes up by 23 pins in our 2-game total pinfall championship match.
Karina with a chance to strike out for 183. Lauren can strike out for 170. Take a look at those eyes, staring down that target. Uh-oh.
She focused. That's way light, though,
and she leaves the
lead.
Little bit of an unusual lead. That's the 1, 2, 7, and 8. Needs to come in just a little bit high in the 1-3 pocket to pick this up. Fortunate that she got as many as she did. Ball just fell off her hand, off to the right, and the pins reluctantly, a couple of them fell toward the end.
Almost covers, but cannot. 9-pin up there for Karina. So she'll lose in count at a 168 for the first game.
If Lauren
can total pinfall.
If Lauren can strike this out, she could take a 2-pin lead going into the next match, next game. So it's really very, very close. I think importantly right now is for Lauren Hunter to at least mark in this 10th frame.
Comes in high, and a baby split. 3 and 10.
Well, if you have to leave a split, this is the easiest one for the right-hander, the 3 and the 10. Fit the ball in between the 3, just the right of the 3, and have it deflect over into the 10. Right in this area right there.
Just missed. Good effort. But the 10-pin stands, so 138. And Karina Capron has a nice lead heading into game 2 of our 2-game total pinfall junior gold championship match. From here in suburban Cleveland, 2 fantastic young girls going head-to-head. But only one can be crowned a champion. We'll find out who next. Welcome back, everyone. Suburban Cleveland. Frank Wilkinson, president of USBC, is here. Watching this junior gold championship match between Karina and Lauren. 30-pin lead for Karina Capron heading into game 2, total pinfall, 2-game championship match.
That's a nice lead, but certainly nothing safe. And a great shot. She leaves the 7-10. That's the first time we've seen some emotion out of Karina. She threw that ball. She knew she made a good shot. And then we can take a look at this shot one more time. It's going to hit the 1-3 pocket. The 5-pin's going to go left in front of the 7-pin. Look at that. It's like, are you kidding me? Just try and get one of them.
Got the 10-pin. So we saw the big 4 and the 7-10. 7-10. How many times you convert that?
Made it a handful of times. Never made it on TV. I was there when Mark Roth made it back in Alameda. I think back in the early 80s. Wow. And he was excited, but I was more excited than he was.
Touch high there as Lauren starts game 2. 6-10 up for her.
Yeah, Lauren looks like she's a little tentative at the line, afraid to get the ball out to the right for fear that it won't hook up. So she's just, it's like she's trusting the ball until the moment of release and then just pulling it just a little bit at the bottom of the swing. Look out.
Into the channel and an open frame, unfortunately for her.
I'd like to see Lauren stand a little further left on the approach for those spares on the right-hand side, the 6-pin, the 10-pin. Get a little more cross alley angle. I think it would give her a little more of a margin for error.
PWBA star and our CBS Sports Network colleague Shannon O'Keefe, her favorite bowler. No surprise there. Being so close to the St. Louis area. Another split.
Well, that
even
ball
gets tougher here for Lauren with the 4-7-10.
Yeah, that ball creeped up just a little bit high, really kind of in a trip 4 area, but with the slower ball speed, it cut through the heart of the pins. We'll take a look at it one more time. It's looking good right there, but it starts making its move. By the time it gets the head pin, it's too far up and the 10-pin doesn't fall. And a good try. She leaves the 4 and the 10. But to her credit, she keeps smiling.
Great attitude. After one game, a 30-pin lead for Karina Capron. 2-game total pinfall championship match, so now it's 43 pins. And the second frame, game 2 for Karina. Coming off an open, though. In good shape, up by 43. That's just off target again as well.
Yeah, she left the 7-10 in the first frame. That ball comes in a little bit light. Looks like it's just going to be the 2-pin, but the 7-pin stands as well. So the left-hander's baby split. Can make it a couple of ways. You can knock the 2-pin into the 7, or you can take the ball and fit it in between the 2. That would be the preferable method.
Can she cover? Nope. Open frame, 7 stands. So that's a break for Lauren. Sees the lead reduced on the bench. PE was my favorite subject too. Lauren's was math. I was not very good.
No,
at all.
PE and recess.
Exactly.
High flush in the pocket. That'll take care of it. There's our first mark in the second game. Beautiful shot. Not a high rev player. Keeps the ball on line. She's made 2 great shots this game, but one of them was a 7-10 split. That was longer. There we go.
All 10 down for Lauren. 60 feet to success.
We knew it
best
was
shot of the day.
We knew it was coming, and that was, take a look at this shot one more time. Reached out very nicely down the lane. Watch the 6-pin. It's going to jump on that 10-pin, and we're going to get a reaction. Yeah.
A little bit of a reaction.
A little bit of satisfaction there. Can she double it up?
Cut it to 22.
Come on, 6-pin.
Looking shot, but leaves the 10.
Yeah, 6-pin. 6-pin lays in the channel. Just doesn't quite get to it. We'll take a look from our pin view. 6-pin's trying to lean into it, but nope, it falls over, and it's a very nice pocket 10-pin. Can she pick this one up? She does, but you can see she sort of stands in the middle of the lane to shoot that cross lane, and really, if she moved another foot or 2 to the left, it would give her so much more angle into that 10-pin, and I think as she gets a little older and a little more mature, that'll be something that her coaches will deal with.
Fourth frame. Second game for Karina Capron. This to go up by 42 pins. Works on a strike.
Never going to get there.
1-2-4.
Ball right off her hand all the way. I remember back when I was bowling on TV, but if we take one more look, we'll see this ball just never did get far enough left to start with. She doesn't have enough roll to bring it back from that angle and leaves the 1-2-4. As I was saying, when I bowled on TV, if I was in this situation, I'd be looking at the score, and if I'm ahead, as she makes a nice cover of the 1-2-4, if I was ahead at this juncture, it would be like, is this game ever going to end? There's too many frames left. There's too much, my mind would go a million miles an hour. These girls right now, they need to focus on just throwing one shot at a time, not get ahead of themselves.
Fifth frame for Karina. Crossing over, almost at a Brooklyn strike. And the 6 stands for her.
You can see the ball left to pocket, leaving just the 6-pin. That's, you know, she comes in. It's not unusual to come in light on one lane and then come back to the other lane and pull it and go high, and that's exactly what she did. Needs to make this spare.
Nicely done. Karina Capron, 31-pin lead on Lauren Hunter. Junior Gold Championship on the line. Welcome back. Junior Gold Girls Championship Game 2 moving ahead in our action. Lauren did strike in the 5th, had an open frame in the 6th. And Karina an open in the 7th frame after 8 spare and a nice cover of a baby split in the 6th. Mike Irwin is here, proprietor game of Wycliffe here in suburban Cleveland. Thanks to Mike and his great staff for being so accommodating to our CBS Sports Network crew all week here.
He's a good friend of bowling, also hosts some professional tournaments as well.
Game 2, down by 26, Marshall, crunch time.
Well,
Lauren head-to-head with Karina.
She really needs to get some striking right now, and just a terrible break her last time, left for 4-9, working on a strike. That's got to hurry up, and it's going to leave just the 2-pin, but time is running out right now for Lauren. She found herself in a 30-pin deficit after the first game, and she's not getting to things going her way this game as well. So it's looking a little bit bleak, but not quite over. Good conversion to the 2-pin. You know, they're picking up so much experience that, you know, they're bowling in front of a crowd of people. They're bowling on national television. This is something totally foreign to what they're used to. I mean, they're used to bowling, but you know, it's very quiet. You know, everything is magnified.
Big difference, her road to the finals. Madison Colston had to beat her twice to get this far. Good looking shot. And the 4-pin stands for Lauren. Need strikes so late. And the time is running out against Karina Capron going for the championship.
And this tournament is all about scholarship money, and these are two very young girls who I see collegiate bowling as definitely in their future.
Good cover. That's the goal for each. Be a college bowling star, then go on to bowl on the PWBA tour. Might see them on CBS Sports Network down the road.
That's right.
Missy Park and Norm Duke, favorite bowlers for Karina. I like the Norm Duke old school choice.
Yeah, I know. That kind of surprised me.
Missy Park and current star on the PWBA tour.
Beautiful shot from Karina Capron. And still, I look at the great shot, and then any reaction from her?
Nothing. Not even a smile. She almost looks angry. That's very focused. Very focused.
She's cross lane. Trust your fundamentals. And the 10-pin's easy. If you can do all those things, and she did. That was a big spare.
All right, foundation frame here for Lauren. Time is now. Needs strikes, needs a lot of them. Put some pressure on Karina in the 10th.
She could strike out for 183. That's a start.
Needs it.
That's a start.
And has 10 down.
Showing off a little power here. Watch the ball as it tracks down the lane. It's coming in a little bit light. It starts picking up its roll right here. Watch the 5-pin. Bang. That's power. She can cut it to a 7-pin lead. If she strikes out, she can force Karina to mark in the 10th frame. And another very good shot. Shakes them down.
Back-to-back jacks, and all of a sudden things are very interesting now in the 10th frame.
Just a little light in the pocket, but good roll. Mixes them up. She'll show you something.
Mom and Dad are excited, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Debbie and Jim, pumped up.
One more time.
How about another one?
Not
Not quite. 3 pin.
Left off her hand. But she's applied some pressure. She's your 172. I believe Karina's just going to need good count. With a spare here, hurry up.
No, just missed. A good try there from Lauren.
Hey, Karina needs 6 pins on her first ball to shut this match out.
So 171 for Lauren in game 2.
Lauren made a great finish. She did everything she could do. She left that 4-9 in the middle of the game. If that would have fallen over.
6 to win.
Count them.
Got it all, 10 down. And the Junior Gold Championship for Karina Capron.
Karina Capron, the queen of cool.
Still no reaction. 11 years old from Fremont, Nebraska. She is the Junior Gold U12 Girls Champ.
I think she knows she's won. She's probably working that math inside her head right now.
This is a focused future superstar here. There's no question about it.
Now she had a 30-pin lead going in. She's going to lose this game by probably 11 or 12 pins, but that cushion from the first game is going to give her this Junior Gold Championship. Nice cover.
And a 160, but the bottom line with a 168 the first game, she has won the 2017 Junior Gold U12 Championship.
There's a
from here in suburban Cleveland, and for the first time today.
Yeah, there's that nice smile.
Karina smiles. Good job. 328, 309, 2-game total pinfall score. Congratulations to Karina Capron from Fremont, Nebraska. She has won the 2017 Junior Gold Girls U12 Championship. Karina Capron winning the USBC Junior Girls Championship. 328-309 over Lauren Hunter. Ready now for the boys U12 Junior Gold Championship match. Brandon Bone. If the name sounds familiar, if he looks familiar, you should. Parker Bone III's son. He'll go head-to-head here with Rylan Brees from Wilmington, North Carolina.
There we see Leslie Bone and Parker, and they are nervous.
Are they ever? 35-time titleist, USBC PBA Hall of Famer, legend.
Nervous and proud.
2 sons behind as well.
A lot of ball energy, high backswing, lots of revs.
Brandon gets started with a 7-pin.
And he leaves the half 7. Good start for Brandon. Brandon born to bowl, if we were going to give him a nickname.
I like it.
I like it too. An 8th grader, 12 years old, Jackson, New Jersey. He's going to throw the ball hard and straight. You see him blowing out a little bit of a breath to get a little bit of ease. Beautiful conversion. Great first frame. Great first televised frame for Brandon Bone. And there's a smile from Dad and Mom.
Imagine what it's like for Parker to be watching and not bowling. And here comes Rylan Brees, only 11 years old. A 2-hander diminutive dynamo.
Yeah, I like that too.
Look at the power.
Got a hold pocket. He comes in high, leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. That is the modern day kind of a split. Ball just really jumped early on him. We'll take another look at it. It was left off his hand. He gets a lot of energy on the ball. It's going to hook hard now. It is makeable. Get the ball to the right of that 3-pin. Slide it over. Thrill us.
Almost 4-7. Good effort there from Rylan Brees.
Got a little too much of that 3-pin. It's important right now to not get down on yourself. It's hard for me to read this young man because he's pretty quiet, doesn't show a lot of emotion. But that's a tough way to start. He did it again. But that ball held pocket. Looked a little bit left off his hand. He trips the 4-pin. And in true Bone mannerisms. He was there to give him 5. We'll take another look. See, he doesn't like it off his hand, but oh, wait a minute, wasn't so bad. He faked himself out, and he faked me out too. I thought the ball was going to go through the nose.
He did. The initial reaction, wasn't happy with it. All 10 down though. He's bowled 3 300 games. 8th grader to be. Looks like that big backswing, left-hander.
Cut that ball short. Ball was right off of his hand. He leaves the very, very difficult 2, 4, 7, and 8. Needs to get the ball in between the 2 and the 4 pin and have enough drive on it to get that sleeper 8 out.
Leslie told us pre-match. She said to Brandon, this is the day you've dreamed of your whole life, right? And that put a smile on his face. He was nervous before that moment. Very excited to be in this situation, going for a national championship.
That'll put a smile on his face, making that spare. Tough spare.
Go to the finals. Feature for the Sport tells us exactly how these two got this far to the championship match.
It's just 2 of them in each division, so very, very difficult. Left the 7 pin last time on this lane. They're all down that time. Powerful strike. We'll take another look. Look at that high. That's just like Parker's backswing. Brandon, high backswing, driving the ball back into the 1-2 pocket. He puts more revs on the ball than his dad. He kind of gives his dad a bad time about it. Well, you should move in and hook it more. That's got to hook hard. Leaves the 2 and the 8
the
pin.
double wood there for Rylan Brace.
We'll take a look at his approach. How many steps does he take? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He may have taken 8. I don't know if it's between 7 and we're gonna watch that again. Hang on, ball, don't hook. Perfect, nice cover.
The double wood at 2-8 for Rylan Brace. No surprise, his favorite bowler is Jason Belmonte, two-handed star from Australia.
The ultimate two-handed superstar, Jason Belmonte.
Rylan's only going to be a 6th grader coming up. 11 years old.
And this is the beauty of bowling. Size doesn't matter. We've got short, we've got tall. And how about some power from the young two-hander?
Mom Michelle is here. Great to meet Michelle yesterday in our sit-down with Rylan.
Yeah, she was happy with it. And he liked this shot off his hand. He knew that that's where I wanted to throw the ball. I got the right lift. Everything, the combination was perfect. Brandon with an 8-pin lead can increase it to 18 pins here with a strike on lane 80. Hold it. Happy just to leave the 4 and the 7. That was technique. He knows it. He knows he just didn't get to the line properly. Take a deep breath. Move to the right-hand side of the approach, hard and straight at the 4-7.
Wow, look at the ball speed.
You can bet he learned that from Dad.
Perfect location on that 4-7 cover. He's got his mark. He's got his spare in the 4th frame. 2-game total pinfall championship match. And this is game number 1 for the game of Wycliffe, just outside Cleveland, Ohio. This tremendous junior gold championship. So many great young bowlers like these trying to get to the TV show, but Brandon able to best them all.
Yeah, well, Brandon, he lost his first match to Dylan Adams and got thrown into the losers bracket. Had to win 4 matches to get himself this far. It's a long road. Well, he likes that lane. He's been in the pocket all 3 times. 1 strike, 2 soft 7 pins. And much like in the last match with our girls, this is going to be about making spares. We'll take a look at the ball hooking back into the pocket, but if it had hung out a little bit further, he probably would have got a ripper strike, but got right in that half zone, just didn't quite have enough energy on the ball to get the 4 pin to jump out of the channel and knock down that 7.
Covering the 7, and he just knocks the side of it.
That is very fortunate. He knows he got away with murder. Let's take a look at this ball as it just it just hangs on. I mean, you couldn't have shaved it any closer. Great break. And a great shot.
Rylan Brees with the response. We mentioned he's a big fan of Jason Belmonte, and he and his mom told us last night that they emailed Jason's fan page and got a note back.
Well, that's
pretty cool from Belmo.
I'm proud of Belmo for doing that, and I'm sure when Jason saw this young man's two-handed release, that put a smile on his face. For 3 in a row.
Comes in a touch high and a split to deal with. Won't be easy.
Through the heart, 4, 6, and 7. Didn't project the ball far enough down the lane. Just took too early. We'll see the ball go right through the heart, leaving the 4, the 6, and the 7. Just get the count. Take 2 of them. Oh my gosh, he almost made
got
it.
that 6-pin. Great effort from Rylan Brees. So we're underway. Junior Gold Boys Championship match. 2-game total pinfall championship matchup between Bone and Brees from the game of Wycliffe. All right, Marshall, let's compare father and son here.
All right, this is a great comparison. We've got the Hall of Famer Parker on the left, his son Brandon on the right. A little different in the way they hold the ball, but we'll see how long it takes them to get it going. Brandon blowing out some air, getting ready to go, goes a little quicker. Look at that, the good strong push away, high backswing and strong. Parker not quite as much of a backswing, but a lot of similarities between father and son. And you know, there are a lot of advantages to have a Parker Bone as your father as you're learning how to bowl, but also there's a lot of pressure.
7th frame now. Great to take a look at Brandon and Parker. Compare their styles. The young lefty, all 10 down.
Let the solid 7 last time. That ball back into the pocket. 7-pin responds. It's 10 in the pit. Bone with an 11-pin lead.
Rylan steps up, also played baseball, soccer, and basketball.
Yeah, he's short, but he loves basketball.
Really good young athlete. Nice. Look at it, all 10 down. And clearly Rylan, Marshall, is not intimidated one bit by this royal family of bowling and Brandon Bone.
He gets a lot on the ball. He just has his fingers in the ball. Two-handed style, good energy, and that's a 14-pound ball thrown by a 62-pound strong guy.
Big fan of the world champion Warriors. Comes in a touch high.
Yeah, he's had problem on that lane the last 2 times. He left the 4, 6, 7 in the 6th frame, and now in the 8th frame, he leaves the 3, 6, 7, 10. It's basically the baby split with company. He needs to get the ball over to the, we take another look, it's going to go through the heart. He's going to leave the 3 on the right, the 1 on the left. Get the ball right of that 3-pin.
Maybe. Kicking across the deck and almost took out the 7, but leaves it. So an open frame helps Brandon. This is a 2-game total pinfall championship match, though, so long way to go.
It's really at this level, and even at the highest level, it's a game of minimizing mistakes. Right now, Brandon Bone has minimized his mistakes to a much greater degree than has Rylan. For a double.
On a double.
And he shakes him down. Shows some of that Bone power.
33-pin lead.
Watch this ball go far to the left. It makes its comeback now. Head pin goes to the wall, shakes him down. And a nice reaction from the younger Bone.
Stat pack. Check out the numbers. Looking for his 4th strike here. Chance for a turkey. 43-pin lead.
There's a difference right there.
Yeah.
Bone 5 out of 5 spares. Brees 3 opens. Something has distracted Brandon. Not sure exactly what he's looking at, but there was something down there that wasn't to his liking. Big shot to foundation frame 9th. That was pulled all the way. Leaves just the 3 and the 9. Could have been a wide open split.
2-8 up.
Yeah, he knows right there it's not a good shot, and he does leave the 2 and the 8. I may have said 3-9 because as a right-hander, I'm always thinking in right-handed terms. I got to put my left-handed brain on.
You got a lefty announcer next to you, so
well, the
help balanced out just fine.
Partner, help me out.
I did.
Thank you.
2-8.
Gotta hurry.
Oh, chopped it and leaves the 8 pin. So that's an open frame that all of a sudden makes it a 19-pin spread.
Ryland can strike out for 191. Bone right now working at a 190 pace. He can strike out for a max of 200. This has been the good lane for Ryland Brees.
Gotta hurry.
And comes in light and leaves the 2-8-10. Ball behind the pocket, behind the head pin, and from a high shot in the left lane to a wide on the right. We'll see how far to the right this ball gets. It should have made his move now. Goes a little bit longer down the lane. Behind the pocket, 2-8-10. Gets
so
the
10
count.
pin stands. Yep. Ryland had a chance to go with his mom to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to a PBA showcase event and got to meet Chris Barnes, Tommy Jones, and Bill O'Neill.
That's cool.
And Jason Belmonte.
Well,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mom worked in a bowling center.
There we go.
Much better shot there. Ryland Brees. In his room, Ryland's got actually a rack of puts all his bowling balls. So at one time may have up to 14 bowling balls in his room at home. I mean, imagine that. That's where he keeps them.
He wants to make sure they're safe.
He's thinking about bowling 24/7, this young man. Loves the game.
Big shot. Needs to stay close in this match. Got to hurry. It's not going to get there. There's the 2 and the 8. So it'll be no better than 160. And young Brandon Bone will have a chance to take a 40-pin lead going into the last game. 159.
Well, Ryland's disappointed, but there is another game to go.
You could see Parker and Leslie.
They look pretty relaxed now that their son has got a big lead. That helps.
They look proud, don't they?
Son Justin back there as well, getting a look.
That's through the heart. 4 and 7. He got very fortunate there, very lucky, and you could hear Leslie going, all right, we'll take that.
Parker told us before the show today that he was 23 years old when he made his TV debut. You were 19. Parker didn't win his first show, but won his second.
Yeah, he was good from the get-go.
On route to 35 titles, and chops there, leaves the 4.
Unforced error.
After one game, it's only 20 pins. Things change in the 10th dramatically. Game 1 complete. Junior Gold Boys Championship match. U12 division. Game 2 coming up. Head-to-head, Ryland Brees and Brandon Bone. Brandon Bone, 12 years old, Jackson, New Jersey. Legendary dad, Parker, right behind. Leslie, great bowling family. Head-to-head. Ryland Brees from Wilmington, North Carolina. 20-pin match, game 2, total pinfall.
He was given a gift by
the winner.
He was given a gift by Bone missing that spare. He starts out leaving the 2, 4, 5, and 7. Difficult spare. He moved in a little bit. He made an adjustment. He's been coming in high a lot on that left-hand lane. Of course, favorite bowler, as we said earlier, Jason Belmonte. What 11 or 12-year-old two-hander wouldn't say that? Got to get lucky. It's not going to get there. Only the 5-pin. He'll learn as he gets older for spares like that to move further left and throw it harder and straighter.
Brandon will be an 8th grader this fall, and he wants to attend McKendree University. Play for the O'Keeffes. Suburban St. Louis one day. Big fan of the Preds. Made the Cup Finals this year. That was exciting.
He's
First
stuck
time
at the
ever.
line. Leaves the 7-pin. Problem with the approach is a little bit. Checking his shoe. You hear the fatherly advice. Take your time. Watch this stick. No slide at all. And really, his athletic ability to stay behind the foul line. Keep that body back there. Whoa. Looked like a Tiger Woods golf swing that he stopped the last minute. Something didn't feel right. He was able to stop himself. Foul line, I guess, went off somewhere on the lower end of our bowling center.
That part of our bowling center being used for competition still as we determine the boys junior gold champion.
Well, that took a lot of composure. He went through a couple of resets there and was able to come back and make a spare.
Getting advice from Parker Bone III, 35-time PBA Tour titleist. We were speaking last night, Marshall, about the son of a legend in this sport, and Dick and Pete Weber come to mind.
Oh, yeah, but unbelievable that Pete Weber has eclipsed what his father did on the lanes. Just remarkable. Ball comes a little light, leaves the 3 in the 9-pin. Right now, filling frames from Brandon Bone will go a long way to giving him the victory.
I thought Brandon seemed very at ease talking about his relationship with his dad. They obviously had families very close, just
Sure.
a tremendous bowling family.
Yeah, Parker is on the road a lot, but the family travels with them quite a bit, especially in the summertime. And I can't imagine Parker not being a great father. I know he cares so much for all of his kids, and to see his boy out there bowling on TV has got to be quite the thrill.
Ryland trying to step up and make some noise in this match.
Well, fortunately, the 10-pin falls out. He's coming in light on that lane. If I were Ryland, I would move a little bit to the left and throw the ball a little slower. It's getting out to that right area in there. There's a little bit of out of bounds to the right-hand side for the right-handers, and for the left-handers, the same thing on the left. Needs to get away from that OB and hook up there. He makes the spare. But there's just 8 frames left, and I'll tell you, when you're bowling on TV, games go so fast.
Ryland's road to the finals.
Undefeated.
Brandon had a longer road, more difficult. As he told us yesterday, he was, after the first day, in 22nd place. Make a big comeback, did that. Ryland trying to find that pocket, pretty good looking shot, leaves the 10-pin.
Yeah, gets the ball into the pocket, but doesn't quite have enough energy to knock the pins over. We'll take another look at that from pin view. We'll see the 6-pin lay in the channel. Not going to get that 10-pin. He'll throw it straighter. Will it slide? And he misses the 10-pin. He's frustrated. You can see it. Kind of got his head down. There's still time, young man.
Long way to go in this match. But all smiles for Parker and Brandon right now. Team Bone has got a nice lead at 43 pins.
Yeah.
So Brandon steps up. 3rd frame, works on a spare.
Much better at the line. And he gets the soft kick to the 7-pin. Parker told me earlier, he told both of us, he said, I'm gonna laugh the first time you call my son Parker. Well, we haven't done it yet.
Not yet, anyway.
No.
Broadcaster curse marshal, thanks.
But that shot right there with that kick, that's Parker-esque, kicking that 7-pin out.
There are a lot of similarities between the two, no question. And I like that little celebration too. Some emotion from Brandon.
Chance to really put the heat on with a double here in the fourth.
Fourth frame. All 10 down for Brandon Bone. And the lead up to 53 pins. Hall of Fame dad loves it. Leslie told us just before the show she was excited, not nervous. Watch her son.
He did move left, but he pulled the ball as well and leaves the 3 and the 10. He's moved left on the approach, but instead of projecting the ball out to the right, the ball went down the lane and then it hooks up high, leaving the 310. So he's a little bit lost right now.
And you can tell he's dejected. You feel badly for this young man.
Oh,
Mom said to us yesterday and reminded her son before the match today, look, if you lose, it's to, first of all, Brandon Bone. And it'll be the second best player in the country.
Yeah.
Number 2 in America. That says a lot.
You can see the look on Mom's face.
About Ryland's run.
She's not really dejected as much as she's just proud of her boy.
Absolutely.
There's a good shot. There's the messenger and the 10 pins down.
Right across the deck, takes out number 10.
That's two-handed power.
Absolutely.
And Parker and Leslie appreciated that strike as well. We'll take another look. Watch the head pin go to the sideboard, and Mr. 10 pin, get out of my face. That's pulled, and that's a very, very big break. Not seeing a lot of emotion from Brandon, but we'll take a look at this shot once again. Watch this ball. It's right off his hand. It's in trouble. It's in trouble. And the collapsible 4, 6, and 7. Oh my gosh, look what I did. With 5 frames to go, a very comfortable 74-pin lead. Better shot. Half 7.
Well, Brandon told us yesterday he thought the first 2-3 shots he'd be nervous. Things would settle down for him. He's been very steady throughout this 2-game total pinfall match. In control.
Very much so. Nice conversion. I like the way Brandon takes that deep breath right before he throws the shot.
Bone had a turkey, follows up with the spare in the 6th frame. He's got a 73-pin lead en route to the Junior Gold Boys Championship. Watching Brandon Bone, a 74-pin lead. 8th frame on Ryland Brees. 10 down for Brandon.
Brandon's got a lot going for him right now. I mean, first of all, he's a very talented young man, but he's gotten some very nice breaks. A couple of high shots where he's tripped out the 6-pin, a couple of Wally shots where he scattered the pins around. But those good breaks are part and parcel of being matched up with the right ball and being in the right part of the lane. And for Ryland Brees, it's just, he's experimenting, he's trying, he's looking for different angles, and he's really not finding anything right now. But don't be surprised to see this young man again.
Big basketball fan like Steph Curry. We showed you earlier his favorite team, the world champion Warriors. Let's go to college and bowl and then become an engineer one day.
And a great shot, doesn't quite get the 10-pin. Good effort on the washout. Just didn't get the ball quite enough to the left. Head pin gets the 6 pin, but not quite the 10. Oops, something didn't feel quite right. He's going to reset himself. I'm sure right now his mom would like to give him a great big hug.
And I'm sure that'll happen in a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fans here in Wycliffe, so great about supporting Ryland. Despite the deficit, been tough for him. He's trying hard, 4-pin up. In the final moments of this match.
Much better delivery.
And certainly a lot to be proud of to get this far.
No doubt.
That is tough to do.
A 100-pin deficit, and really, it's a victory lap right now for Brandon Bone.
Just got to fill the frames out at this point. It is wrapped up for Brandon to win the Junior Gold Boys U12 Championship. The lefty from Jersey. 7-pin count there, but he's got the victory. He will win the 2017 Junior Gold U12 Boys Championship from suburban Cleveland. What a day for the Royal Bowling family, the Bones. Brandon Bone has defeated Ryland Brees. Junior Gold U12 Boys Championship 412 to 299. Another Bone has won a title. Randy Schickert, Ebonite International, congratulating Brandon and Karina Capron as well. Our 2 winners today here in suburban Cleveland. Congratulations to Karina Capron and Brandon Bone, winners of the Under-12 Junior Gold Championships. Join us Tuesday, August 1st at 8 Eastern for the Under-15 Junior Gold Championships. Also on Wednesday, September 6th at 8 Eastern for the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship.